It was the 4th of July, and my family and I had been looking forward to a long, relaxing weekend at the cabin. We had invited friends over, and the backyard was filled with laughter, music, and the smell of barbecue. My brother, Tim, was getting a little rowdy with some of our old friends, but nothing out of the ordinary, just having fun. But of course, Karen, the HOA president, couldn't stand the noise and decided she was going to ruin the whole thing. Karen had always been a thorn in our side. She was the self-appointed ruler of the neighborhood, constantly nitpicking about what was acceptable and what wasn't. This time, however, she crossed a line. I saw her march up to the backyard, phone in hand, already dialing 911. My brother Tim, in the middle of telling a funny story, looked up and saw Karen storming toward us. Before I could even react, I heard her loud, shrill voice screaming, "This is a disturbance. You need to turn it down, or I'll call the cops." I sighed, knowing exactly what this would mean. Karen had called the cops on us before, and every time, she would find something petty to complain about. But this time, she wasn't going to get away with it. "Karen, calm down," I said, stepping in between her and Tim. "We're just celebrating the holiday. There's no reason for this." But she wasn't having it. "I've had enough of this, and I'm done being nice," she snapped. "I'm calling the police right now." And she did. It wasn't long before the siren started in the distance, and the flashing lights of a police car appeared at the end of the street. But what Karen didn't know was that I wasn't just any partygoer, I was the sheriff. When the officers arrived, I stepped forward, flashing my badge. "Is there a problem here?" I asked, my voice calm but authoritative. The officers looked at each other, then at Karen, who now seemed much less confident. No, ma'am," one officer said, recognizing me. "Everything seems fine here. Just a misunderstanding." Karen's face turned bright red as she realized she had just made a fool of herself. She had no idea I was the sheriff, and now, her little power trip had come to an abrupt end. I gave her a pointed look and turned to the officers. "I think everything's fine here, gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your night." As Karen walked away, defeated, I turned back to my brother and friends, who were now laughing at the scene. The rest of the evening went on without a hitch, and we enjoyed the holiday the way it was meant to be, without any interference from HOA Karen.